Let me tell you something you do not read in a glossy travel brochure. The land of smiles can, for a lonely foreigner, feel like the land of perplexing puzzles. I have seen them all, you know, the wide-eyed new arrivals clutching their guidebooks and their misguided hopes. They come seeking an exotic fantasy and often end up with a rather expensive reality check. However, what if I told you that finding something real, something sincere, has absolutely nothing to do with luck and everything to do with not acting like a complete plonker? You see, when I first washed up on these shores, many decades ago, I will admit I was a bit clueless myself. I thought a winning smile and buying a round of drinks was the universal language. How terribly naive. The truth is, finding a genuine connection with a Thai woman, and I mean a proper one, not some transactional pantomime, is a bit like growing a prize-winning orchid. You cannot just barge in, shout at it and throw money at it. It requires the right soil, a patient hand, and the profound understanding that you are not in a greenhouse in Kent anymore. First and foremost, and I cannot stress this enough, you must respect the culture. On top of that, I do not mean just tolerating the loudspeakers at 6 a.m. or the fact that it is hotter than Satan's sauna. I mean a genuine, curious respect. Thai society is built on a foundation of family, tradition and a collective harmony that can make our Western individualism look rather brash. I remember early on being invited to a village up in Isaan for a festival. I did not have a clue what was going on. There were rockets, a lot of noisy rockets. Instead of grumbling and seeking out the nearest bottle of whiskey, I sat on a plastic stool, ate some somtam that could strip paint, and just watched. I saw the community, the laughter, the deep-seated reverence for their ancestors. I was hopeless at the dancing, mind you, looked like a startled flamingo. Nevertheless, the simple act of being there, of not treating it as a tourist attraction, was noticed. It builds trust. Show interest in the why behind the customs. Understand the kundrai meaning, that subtle art of consideration for others. It will save you a world of confusion. Which brings me to my next point, and it is rather large one. For heaven's sake, avoid transactional relationships. The market for that sort of thing is, well, let us say, it is well supplied. If your primary qualification for a partner is the size of your pension, you will find takers. However, you will also find yourself in a gilded cage, forever wondering if the smile is for you or for the ATM receipt you represent. A sincere connection grows from shared values, not financial dependency. Be clear from the offset about your intentions. Are you looking for a companion, a partner, or just convenient laundry service? Look for a woman with her own life, her own spirit and her own dreams. I met my wife when she was running her own small fabric store. She did not need saving. She was already the hero of her own story. I was just a clumsy foreigner who kept buying cushions I did not need just to have a chat. A sincere connection is when you talk about your families, your fears for the future, your silly little joys, not just the balance of your bank account. Which reminds me of a chap I knew, Barry. Barry was convinced the key to love was his flashy watch and his insistence on paying for everything. He met a woman, moved her into a nice condominium, and was baffled when she seemed bored. One day she asked him quite sincerely, "Barry, why you never asked me about my day?" He was stumped. He thought the money was the conversation. Last I heard, he is back in Swindon, still telling everyone who will listen that all Thai women are gold diggers. No, Barry, you were just a bore with a checkbook. So, if you are not meant to find love in the places Barry frequented, Where do you meet them? Well, while the world is swiping left and right on those infernal glowing rectangles, you might just try something radical. Leaving your house. Meet in the right places. Digital or dating apps are a digital meat market, and you, my friend, are not a prime cut. Instead, try a community event, a language exchange. Go on, it will not kill you. A cooking class, a volunteer group, a local temple fair. Let a connection happen naturally through shared activity and mutual friends. The relationship built while you are covered in mud building a school, or while you are both laughing at the catastrophic attempts to make green curry, are infinitely more authentic than any curated profile picture. It is about context. You find a diamond in a jeweller's, not a car boot sale. What's more, once you are there, for pity's sake, be patient and be honest. Trust is not built in a day. It has built over several meals and hundreds of small conversations. Be open about your life, the good, the bad, and the embarrassingly dull. On top of that, and this is crucial, listen. Listen just as much as you speak. So many foreigners come here and just monologue about their lives back home. Sincerity is a two-way street. If you are not genuinely interested in her world, her thoughts, her stories, then what are you even doing here? Finally, and I know this one strikes fear into the hearts of men who still struggle with hello, try and learn the language. You do not need to be fluent. You just need to try. Learning to say hello, thank you, is it spicy, and your mother is very kind in Thai is not just about communication. It is a signal. It is a flag you plant that says, I respect you and your culture enough to make a tit of myself trying to pronounce your 5 different tones. It breaks down barriers instantly. The first time I successfully ordered a coffee and asked the vendor about her daughter without resorting to charades, the smile I got was not a polite customer service smile. It was a real, surprised and delighted one. It shows you are not just passing through, you are invested in the connection. So there you have it, the grumpy old git's guide to not mucking it up. It is not about grand gestures or a fat wallet. It is about the quiet respect you show her family, the patience you learn during a 3-hour-long Thai wedding ceremony, the shared laughter when you accidentally tell her you are a delicious horse instead of being hungry. It is about building a bridge, not booking a transaction. It is the most rewarding thing you will ever do in this sweaty, beautiful, infuriating and magnificent country. Besides, if you can do all that, you might just find something more valuable than any holiday romance. You might find a partner. Now, if you would excuse me, my orchid needs watering and my wife is telling me my Thai sounds like a confused badger. Some things, thankfully, never change. Well, that is my 2 bahts worth. If you have a story, a triumph or a disaster, I am all ears. Do share it down below. Just try to be more interesting than Barry was. Bye bye.